New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Mike 51. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Darnold from the gun. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us?
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now it's Darnold. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. With the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
First down, New York. 51, come on. 3 bucks.
On first down, it's Darnold going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Darnold to throw again. Open man is Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Protein spill. Bang, bang. Grade 15. Grade 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side of he's got a man. That's more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Charlie.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Darnold, hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And they'll get him down right at the 11-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, Alpha.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Mike, 57. 6 man. Hey, exit. Check curls, check curls. Here, 7's the Mike. Watch 57. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 44 yards. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the goose.
Wentz to throw again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
50 seconds to Mike.
They fake the give. Now Wentz buying time to his left. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half.
57 to Mike. Crunch time, defense.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got this down to the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This complete left side to Aguilar. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go. 120. 53. Mike, 53. Coming, baby.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They run with Pumphrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, here's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 57.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike, you're outside. 53, Mike. Check. I said.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Darnold, and he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
We're going to sign. Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On second down, Darnold. Incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check. Hey, high 7. Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. 280. Round. Here we go. Jam. Hey, 74. What's up?
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Brandon Graham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. That's complete to Sterling. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st down, New York.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Darnold, now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Anderson a 1st down and more. He's got it. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again is Darnold. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nate Gehring. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Here we go, son. 53 is the mic. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Fresh off the pick-6, it's Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker. linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Mike 54. In your face.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more dress though. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my